Hello, my name is Odessa Esco, and this is Commonly Confused English. Before we get to the video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for more videos, and check out the Google Docs that's linked in my bio with the written explanation of all the Commonly Confused English videos. There you'll see extra examples and more tips to help you understand the differences between very similar words and phrases. Today's two words are fear and afraid. I often hear students mix these up in terms of the grammar that we use with each. In both cases, you always use of after you say afraid or fear. I'm afraid of spiders. I have a fear of circles. It's a thing, trypophobia. Look it up. However, there is a slight difference between these words. So let's break it down. Fear is the emotion, just the raw emotion you experience when you're scared of something. Afraid is the state of being you're in when you're experiencing that fear. Now, where we have to treat them differently is what we say before we say fear or afraid. And this is where people get confused. In English, we have fear. It's ours, it's personal. I have a fear of dragons. I have a fear of the color purple. Afraid is a state of being, so you don't have it, you're in it, or you just simply are it. I am afraid. You guys, I'm not joking. A dog just ran up the stairs. I'm on a roof right now, and I'm actually afraid of dogs. I was attacked. I don't know if you can see, but I was attacked by a husky like 2-3 years ago, and ever since then I've been actually really scared of dogs. I'm still shaking. He was nice. He scratched my leg. He scratched my leg, but that's okay. I'm still shaking. Oh gosh, I'm shaking. I'm literally shaking. I don't know why I feel like crying. So, real life example, I am very afraid of dogs. I have a fear specifically of huskies. And the differences in my sentences are when I say I am afraid, that's me. I'm in a state of being afraid. I am afraid of dogs. I have a fear of dogs is just talking general about the fact that I will feel fear around dogs. So I have a fear of dogs. I feel the emotion fear when I'm around them. I am literally shaking still. I don't know why. He was very nice, but that's fear. So the number one rule is to never use have with afraid. This is what I hear commonly. I have afraid of dogs. I have afraid of the ocean. You don't have afraid, you just are afraid. I'm afraid of the ocean. I'm afraid of dogs. You can say the same things using both words, but you do have to change the grammar around them. So again, you can use both words and follow it up with of. I have a fear of dogs. I am afraid of dogs. But you have the emotion fear. I have a fear of, and you are in the state of being afraid. You just simply are. An exception or something to note is we also use the word afraid sometimes when we mean we can't do something and we're trying to be polite. For example, in a restaurant or maybe in a business professional setting, you might hear the phrase, I'm afraid that's not possible, or I'm afraid that would be very difficult. When I lived in Japan, people didn't really say no quite often. They would say something similar to, that's difficult for me, because they felt uncomfortable or is culturally less casual to use the word no. Maybe in Japan, instead of saying no, you might want to say, I'm afraid that's going to be difficult. And they'll know you mean no. Another thing to note with this grammar is that when you use the word fear, you do always have to use the word have. So with afraid, never use have. And with fear, you're most likely going to always use have, unless you're talking about superlatives. Superlatives are talking about the extremes, the highest or the lowest ranking or category of something. This is questions like, What's your favorite Odessa Esco video? Or what's your least favorite food? These are extremes, and in these cases, you don't use have. For example, what's your biggest fear? In these cases, we don't use have, but we're still using the word fear correctly. If we want to use these questions and use afraid, you would just simply say, what are you most afraid of? What are you least afraid of? Another synonym for afraid is scared. Anywhere you use afraid, you can use scared, but it's not the same for fear. For example, if I use the sentence, I'm afraid of spiders, I can simply say, I'm scared of spiders. If I use the sentence, I have a fear of spiders, I can't say, I have a scared of spiders. You can't just switch them out. Hopefully this was helpful and you now understand how to use fear and when to use afraid. I'm so sorry that I'm actually terrified while shooting this video, but I think it's quite appropriate. Again, if you have any more questions or need any more clarifications, feel free to comment and also check out the Google Docs I have linked in my bio. I hope you enjoyed this video and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.